Yo, 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 what's happening, family? Welcome to welcome to tonight's call. Obviously, guys, we're absolutely fired up, right? That's Lavinia, one to sister, right? But yeah, guys, I mean, we're absolutely excited. What are you about to hear tonight is Project 200, right? You're gonna be hearing this over and over and over again for the next 30 days because this is about to go viral, right? We've managed to partner up with some really successful people. John will actually be on in the next 3 to 4 minutes. He's got a few technical difficulties he needs to deal with. But hey guys, this is something to get absolutely excited, right? And I'm going to be breaking down what the whole project is all about, what's our goal, what's going to happen, how we're going to do it, and the importance of it, right? So very quickly, obviously the name is The Alignment. Now the reason we had that as the name is for three reasons. Number one, there's a spiritual meaning to it. If you want to really find it out, you can message me or want to. Number two is because that's just the name of the series, right? For the next 30 days, starting Friday, right, we're starting Project 200. The next 30 days after that, it's going to be Project 500. That hence the alignment, right? We're going to maintain the same name. The only difference that's going to happen is the hashtag, the project, right? The following month after that is going to be the alignment again, Project 1000. So guys, that's what I'm saying. You guys need to get absolutely fired up, absolutely jacked up, because this is about to change lives, right? So again, the name is obviously The Alignment, right? And it's called Project 200, right? The alignment stands for obviously aligning yourself, number one, with the universe, and number two, in life, right? Obviously, finding out that freedom, finding out, literally the opportunity that's gonna save you up and get you to where you want to be, right? That's a nice jump. But yeah, guys. So that's literally the meaning behind the name. Now, obviously, we're having John on. What's gonna happen is we're gonna start this exactly on Friday at 5 p.m. So I hope everybody's writing this down. We're not gonna start it at 4:30. We're not gonna start it at 5:30. 5:00 on the dot, right? And this is how it's gonna happen. This is how the whole thing will be going. So at 5 p.m. on the dot, I personally had the opportunity to work with Clyde. For those of you that don't know Clyde, this guy is like the best graphic designer in the whole of Australia. So massive shout out to him, obviously for hooking us up, man.
CC Concepts.
That's it, CC Concepts, right? He hooked us up, and he actually created a logo for us. So what he did is he created two things. Number one, a cover photo that we will every single person in the group on Friday, 5 p.m. will be changing the cover photo to that specific photo. Number one. Yo, are we still live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yo, John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're having a bit of technical difficulties, but it's cool, right? Number two, what you guys will be hearing about is the Instagram side of it, right? We will also have the Instagram. We have a specific photo just for Instagram that all of us will be putting up exactly at 5 p.m. on the dot. So 5 p.m. we'll be changing our cover photo, number one, and number two, we will be uploading the Instagram photo. Now, with the upload, what's going to happen is that what we're going to do is we're going to tag the next specific things. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to have a description about it like, yeah, guys, join this, join that. Very quickly, stay updated. I'm working on getting a specific link, a specific small website that we might be able to put in the description. That's not 100% guaranteed yet. I'll have to find out. Obviously, I'm speaking with John after this call later on tonight. So that's something that I need to do. But what's going to happen, we're going to hashtag, very importantly, CC Concepts, right? Number one, CC Concepts, because obviously Clyde deserves that, man. He's been doing a lot of work for us, helping us a lot. So that's one of the first hashtags we're going to do. The next hashtags is going to be every single city in Australia. Every single city, right? The reason why all of us are going to tag every single city in Australia, because imagine somebody goes on their Instagram, takes a photo, they're in Melbourne, they click Melbourne, they see like 20, 30, 40, 50 photos of Project 200. They're like, dude, what the hell is this? So they click on it. Wow, I don't know, they see some description, they see more cities. What's this all about? They're going to comment on it. Obviously, that's more possible leads for you guys. That's more people to contact. That's going to help you. Same thing on Facebook. We're not out there on Facebook to say, I don't know, like, could join us or something like that. All we're doing is we're just going to change our cover photo, nothing more, nothing less, right? And people will naturally, after they see like 10, 20, 30 people having the same cover photo, especially those that have mutual friends, they're going to question it. They will inbox you or they will comment on it, what's this thing? And then guess what? Your job is halfway done. They're already curious. Hey man, I'd love to be able to talk with you. when can we catch up? When can I see you? I'd love to tell you about it, man. You know, very, very simple. Obviously, you're not going to go Vima verb. First 2 minutes they comment on it, right? So, yeah, guys, obviously that's the power of having this. Number two, it shows that something is really, really happening, right? It shows that there's a big, big movement happening. So our goal is to get 200 people in a period of 30 days into our business, into our organization, right? Starting Friday, 5 p.m. So from Friday 5 p.m. for 30 days long, we will be getting 200 people to join our organization. Right now, obviously that's our goal. The power with this is it's absolutely phenomenal, guys. I can't really emphasize enough. I mean, you can use it in whatever way you wanted to use it. You can even use it in your vibe process, right? I believe it creates a whole lot more excitement. I believe it creates a very powerful purpose to your call, and like something is really, really big going on, right? I mean, imagine calling your friend, something like this. Yo, Wanty, what's happening, brother?
What up, what up, what up?
Dude, so good that I had the opportunity to catch you. A lot of things happening. But man, look, the reason for my call because I just got involved in this big movement that's going viral right now all around Australia, man. I'm absolutely so excited about this. But look, man, the reason why I thought of you, and then you just follow the steps. So the reason for my call, I thought of you because this may or may not be for you, and that's okay. Would you be willing to? Right, the same invite process. But obviously, if you want to use the reason for my call, I got involved in a big movement, or there's this big project that I heard about called Project 200. Obviously, you're not going to explain it. You just pick an interest. That's hold it with you. We're just picking interest, right? So obviously, that's going to be a lot more powerful. It's going to whoa, what's happening, right? One more thing I want to mention very quickly. If you're going to be inviting your friends to a home event or to a meeting or into something, what we're going to say is, dude, I want you to come down, meet me at this place. You need to hear about this movement. We're not going to say, I want you to come to a meeting so you can hear about this. I want you to come to an event because today's world, man, I mean, meetings sound pretty boring, right? If you're gonna say this to an 18-year-old or 19-year-old, they're gonna be thinking of two 50-year-old guys wearing suits. That's what they're thinking when they hear meeting. Even events are starting to be like that. Like, what's an event? What event? Right? What's an event? Right? So this I actually got from Alex Morton, right? So what he says is, we are joining a movement. We're excited about a movement. I've heard about a movement. People join movements. Movements are exciting. Something's happening. You can get involved, right? That's what happened with Kony 2012. It was a movement. It wasn't an event. It wasn't a meeting. It was a movement. That's why it went so viral. That's why it exploded, because it was a movement. Everybody wanted to be a part of it, right? Even though they had to spend money. Remember, people had to spend money for those packages, right? To get flyers and all this stuff. And a lot of people spend a shit ton of money, right? But it's because it was a movement. Everybody was committed to it, right? So that's what we're going to stick to. It's going to be a movement, guys. Two more things I want to mention very quickly. Cool. Do you want to cut it out? Want to? Obviously, that's one thing.
Yo, what up? Absolutely insane. I mean, with this whole project, it's literally just this one thing, right? I mean, for the whole team, right? The three biggest things that you guys need to realize is, first thing, right? Staying plugged in, for you guys to know what's going on, and for you guys to actually stay in contact with myself, Robert, EJ, and John Clifford and these guys, and literally get yourselves to where you guys want to be with this whole thing, right? This is literally the opportunity that we've been waiting for, right? Project 200, we're adding 200 people in 30 days, right? That means massive things for your people, your dreams, and where you guys want to be, right? I mean, and kind of to really get you guys to really understand what this whole thing is, I mean, we've got massive people helping us with this, right? We've got John Clifford, we've got Clyde, right? CC Concepts, and obviously special guests, right? All the from US, 2 special guests, right? That are going to be jumping on a call very soon, right? We'll let you guys know in what a sooner date exactly when that call is going to be, right? Lavinia say what's up? It's absolutely insane. She's fired up. It's insane, man.
You're crazy. He just got a few things he wants to share too.
Yo. So guys, just quickly with the Facebook post and everything, you know how everybody, you know, is going on there at 5 p.m. This is something you want to make sure, you know, you want to do, because Facebook works in the system, you know. The post I get the most likes is kind of those posts that goes around on the newsfeed and everything like that. So, you know, when we hit 5 p.m. straight away, you know, when everybody, you know, puts that photo as a cover photo, make sure you like every single one of our photos and go around like that, because what that does is actually create a movement that we're doing right now. So check. make sure 5 p.m. You get on that and straight away this is gonna explode, guys. Freaking, I'm excited as hell. I'm sitting here, can't even sit properly. Freaking Lavinia is even excited. But yeah, guys, man, I'm gonna pass it down to.
That's it, guys. You heard us. We're freaking jacked up. I can't even speak English. We're freaking fired up, right? This thing is happening, right? This thing is taking off. We're absolutely fired up. Three things stay up for what's gonna happen. Number one, I was speaking to Clyde about this. He might be able to fix out the actual photo and create a flyer with it, so we can actually put it in schools. Dude, if we can do that, that'll be phenomenal. Because if you're in high school, if you're in uni, if you go to your teachers or your I don't know, your whoever's in charge, like the big people, like big professors, and tell them, hey man, look, I'm starting a movement. The reason why I do this is because I want to be able to educate young people to be able to live a better life and all that, man. I bet you $1 million they're gonna support it. If they say, can I please just post it in the whole room, or I don't know, in a specific wall, but obviously you can post stuff, they're gonna accept it, right? So obviously I'm working with Clyde to do that. And obviously the only problem is so we can put our details at the bottom or something so people can get in touch with us. So obviously we will do that. And two more things, stay in touch. Obviously, we want to point it out. We will have a very, very, very big call. I'm waiting for John Clifford to basically get in touch with these two guest speakers that we will be having. Absolutely insane, guys. So stay plugged in. Very importantly, rule number one: stay plugged in. If you want to do big things, you gotta stay plugged in. This movement is gonna happen very big, very fast. Right, so you gotta stay plugged into the group. You gotta stay updated with what's happening. And as I said, every now and then we will be having like a place where we can meet up and do calls together. Stay updated on that. Also, we will let you guys know. We just gotta figure out first of all a place and a time when we can do it. And the last thing I want to mention, again, stay updated for these two. I'm still figuring this out with John. But what we're looking at is having nightly 10 p.m. conference calls. The reason for that is because obviously everybody knows how we're getting people started. Nowadays is literally call. Obviously, if you have a home event, that's great, but most of the times it's call, then check out the opportunity event, then you call back, what did you like, absolute same, absolute phenomenal, check out this video, then maybe hopefully I can get my mentor, then you get your friend to speak to us. Now, we're not saying there's anything wrong with that. We're absolutely, excited. We absolutely love it. But the problem is that it takes about 15 to the most 20 minutes per person for us to explain this to your business, to your friends, right? So obviously that's really, really great for you guys. But us, we don't have the time to prospect. We don't. Myself and Wanted, we don't really have the time to call our own friends because we're so focused on helping the newest person, explain this to their friends. So what we're going to be doing is that, especially because Project 800 is going to be a ton of people, dude. How we're going to be able to speak to all these people is actually have conference calls. What conference calls mean is that we're going to be giving you guys like a specific number to call and a specific password you put in, and you get yourself and your prospect to dial in that, and we will be, basically closing them in the business, right then and there, exactly 10 p.m. So 9 p.m. opportunity call every single line, finishes, let's say 9:20 the most. Then you have, 10-20 minutes, hey man, absolutely insane, so glad you got to check it. I want you to check out this video. You send them one video for like 10 minutes, they get to check that. Then they have another 10 minutes to get themselves ready for the conference call that's going to happen at 10 o'clock. But guys, I believe that's literally also Friday, 5 p.m. Write it down in your calendars. Nothing should be more important than this. We're gonna go deep. This thing's about to take off. Facebook cover photo, Instagram, and hopefully a whole lot more other things. But for the moment, what I actually want to do is I actually want to pass it on to John Clifford, man. For those of you that don't know this guy, for those of you that may be new, this guy's one of the most successful people in the whole company. He's managed to do massive moves with this. He did something similar previously with the team in the UK, and obviously they had incredibly phenomenal results up there, right? And that's why I actually wanted him to be on this call, so he can actually break down the power of this, what the outcome of this will be, and how can this change your lives, right? Because this guy, he's done it before, right? He's got the experience. He's managed to do it before, so obviously he knows what he's saying, guys. So very importantly, have a pen and a paper, write it down, right? Because he's going to go really deep on what the outcome of this can be. But on that note, John, my man, take it away, bro.
Yeah, man, appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I mean, what I love most about this is the word curiosity. And the reason why I love it so much, I think, has to do with convention. Colo Jacob, who is I believe, presidential or star presidential now, leader from Canada. And he had followed an insanely successful gentleman, and he was always asking him, what is he doing? 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 And the guy would never tell him because Colo was not a part of his team. And so Colo went above and beyond, started hanging out with the guy, started kind of just becoming his friend as another networker until it finally got to the point where he's like, all right, man, we're friends now. We've been hanging out. Tell me your secret. How do you take it from one person to so many people in such a small amount of time? And the guy's response was one word: curiosity. You obviously know in the invitation process, for a reason, we don't say Vemma, we don't say Verve, we don't say energy drinks. It's hey man, I got a very, very, very unique opportunity. This may or may not be for you, and that's okay. Would you be willing to check it out? Well, like, what is it? So, honestly, man, I wish I could explain this over the phone, but it's just 90% visual. You just have to see it. If you see what I see, you're going to lose sleep tonight, man. It's that good. No Vemma, no Verve, no idea on what the hell this is. So when we can launch this whole movement, this project, when everybody comes together and they change their cover photos, I mean, even if it's for a week, 2 weeks, just take part in it for the sake of the team. The more people that you have changing their default photos, their default cover photos, the more exposure we're going to reach as an entire team. And as the waters rise, so do the boats. So if your team is becoming more successful, by default, you are becoming more successful. The more successful Vemma becomes, the more successful we become. The more successful Robert becomes, the more successful you become. The more successful you become, the more successful somebody on your team becomes. And that just has to do with credibility. I mean, as the waters rise, so do the ships. So our goal right now is to expose this to as many people as we possibly can. I mean, put yourself in your audience's shoes. If you had 25 people who all changed their cover photo at the exact same time, you'd probably reach out to one of them and be like, all right, man, like, what the heck is this? I've seen like 20 people change their default photo in the last 15 minutes to this. What is Project 200? And then you get to go into your invitation process. And so you'll be having people come to you, which is the most beautiful part about this business. The Instagram post, Robert, did you kind of want to talk about our little bit of idea that we discussed? Or obviously I'll talk about it, but did you kind of want to go over that?
Yeah. I've already brought it up, so I think you were known before when I brought it up. But basically, we have this specific Instagram photo that we're gonna be putting up, and again, we're gonna all of us put it up at 5 p.m. on the dot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tag two specific things. Number one, CC Concept. Right, we're gonna tag CC Concept, and number two, we're gonna tag all the cities around Australia: Melbourne, Sydney, Queensland, Brisbane, or literally every single city. And yeah, man, that's literally what we're gonna do. Do you want to add on anything, John?
No. That's spot on, guys. If you go to like Google and you just type in most populated cities in Australia, you'll get a list, and they all don't have to be the same or anything like that, but take a list of 30 cities, because I think that's the max that you can have on hashtags. Take a list of 29 cities and then hashtag CC Concepts, and launch 29 cities. And if you and some of your friends are hashtagging 29 different cities and that photo is popping up, I mean, the biggest city right by me is Cleveland, Ohio. And I mean, you look at Cleveland, Ohio, or Cleveland on Instagram, you see pictures of downtown, you see pictures of sporting events, you see pictures of people. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. So if you can come together and hashtag the same city, a lot of people are probably going to be exposed. And if they see the same photo over and over and over and over, they're probably going to be willing to click it. So we're just trying to do things a little bit different, guys. with this movement, it's all about exposures. It's all about trying to get this out to as many people as you possibly can. So be smart about it, but continue to use that one word, curiosity. And as far as these events go, we're going to continue to do the nightly webinars, but these free conference calls that Robert was talking about, those are the exact same calls that you see the Sarver team say, all right, 11 a.m. Sarver team leadership call, everybody call in, and they'll have 200 people dial in. You dial a phone number, you punch in that code, and everybody gets to listen in. And what was so unique about it with the United Kingdom, I don't know how they did it. I need to talk to them about how they did it, but they were able to provide me a phone number that I dialed in from the United States, and my UK leaders and myself were able to lead a call together through the telephone, even though they're in the UK and I'm in the States. There's no charges whatsoever. So that's something that we're going to be able to look into. That's something that we're going to be able to figure out. And not only are you going to have your incredible leaders in Australia on this call, but I'm going to be there as well to speak on these calls. But guys, it's 100% possible. What we just saw with that blitz has nothing to do with the script, and that's what I really want you guys to take away from this. That blitz worked because people were putting in the effort. That blitz worked because people decided that for one day they were going to go all in. That blitz worked because people said that they were going to step out of their comfort zone and they were just going to call and call and call and call. It had nothing to do with the script. It had absolutely nothing to do with the script. So the power of this blitz is not in the script. What the power is 5, 10 people getting in a room together and just motivating one another, putting a piece of paper in front of them, calling people, confirming that they're going to send them a video or a link to a webinar, writing their name down, and then putting a little note on if you're sending a YouTube link, if you're sending them a video, if you're going to give them a link to a conference call. The motivation comes when you're looking to the person next to you and you see that they have 25 names and you only have 13 names, and you're like, shit, man, I got to call more people. That's why this blitz worked. That's why Luke Kessler's team added 1,000 orders in one day. 1,000 orders in one day because of this blitz. I'm going to say it over and over and over and over again. It had nothing to do with the script. It had nothing to do with the fact that they were asking for someone to make a purchase. It had everything to do with the fact that they decided that they were going to do that, that multiple people went all in with them, and they were all in a big circle just calling. So that's the purpose of this, guys. I mean, we're going to have multiple events. It's looking like daily. We're going to be having these conference calls. We're going to be having these webinars. We're also going to remain consistent with the home events. But now when you invite somebody, they have multiple options to check this out. So you can call them, you can invite them, and say, hey, man, I know you're a very, very, very busy person, but what would work best for you? I mean, we're often having I've been having a few people over at my house to check out this movement. We've been having conference calls on the telephone where you hear some of the top leaders in Australia and in this business breaking this down. And we also have a live webinar that really dives deep into why this works and how successful young people are becoming with it. What would be most convenient for you? And if they say phone call, you say, okay, I'm going to give you that phone number. If they say webinar, you say, okay, I'm going to give you that link. If they say, yeah, man, we can catch up, you say, all right, let me give you my address. So as I said, guys, over and over and over and over again, if you guys can come together as a team, 200 people in a month, it's very feasible, especially when you break it down when you're looking at less than 7 people a day. Less than 7 people a day. I mean, you think about, Robert, how many people do you got on this team?
About 80.
All right, so we got about 80 people. All of us could just bring in 2.5 people, 2 people and a midget, two and a half people, over the course of 28 days. Well, I guess we're already like 4 days into the rank advancement period. So over the course of 24 days, 3.5 weeks, 2 people each. And we're going to have a lot of people that decide that they don't want to do this, so maybe we just aim for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I mean, realistically, we'll probably have, out of 80 people, I bet you about 30 people will be willing to go all in with this. 30 people. And that's just basing things off numbers. So if we can all aim to get 6 or 7 people over the course of 24 days, even that, I mean, when you say 6 or 7 people, you're like, oh man, I haven't even enrolled that in all the months that I've been in VIMA. That's because you haven't made that decision that you're going to enroll that many people in that many months in VIMA. As soon as you decide, it's game over. You have 24 days to enroll 6 people, 1 every 4 days. So you're telling me that if you're telling me that if tonight you start calling people about conference calls and webinars for tomorrow, you start telling me that the morning of tomorrow when you wake up, you just sit there and you bang out calls all day long, and you have 30 people tune into a webinar, you're not going to have 4 people that say, okay, let's sign up, 6 people that say, okay, let's sign up. So this is all about numbers, guys. The only reason why I was able to hit executive in 6.5 months is because I went for numbers. I didn't have the skill set. To be honest, to be 100% honest, in my first 6.5 months in VIMA, the only personal development that I did was I listened to half of the audiobook of Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's it. So I was not personally developed. I did not read a whole bunch of books. The personal development that I did was I studied YouTube videos. I watched Alex Morton. I watched Brad Alcazan. I watched Luke Hessler. I watched Derek Alexander. I watched Brad Sarver. And I just sat there and I took notes after notes after notes after notes. That was my personal development. And what I realized is what I lacked in skill, I had to make up for in numbers. So I wasn't contacting 2, 3, 4 people a day and say, okay, cool. I hit up 2, 3, 4 people a day. That's fantastic. I was going after 20, 30, 40 people a day. I was going after 200 people a week. And then the next week I do the same thing. And then the next week I do the same thing. And then I said, all right, Instagram, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people on there. I've never utilized Instagram, but hey, maybe I'm going to give it a shot. And I started hashtagging health. And I started messaging people and say, hey, so-and-so, I see you're really into health and wellness. Do you have any income through that industry? And people would be like, well, what does it consist of? So, well, leave me your email. I'll shoot you some information. And then I started pulling in PEQs off of Instagram. And so, guys, it's really all about numbers. So if we can come together as a team, have a lot of people put this post on Instagram, have a lot of people put this post on Facebook, and most importantly, just like Robert said, not say, oh, come join my team. Not say, oh, come learn about VIMA. Not say, oh, come check out Verve. Just the photo. Pique curiosity. If anything, say, so happy to be a part of this movement. Big change is coming in the near future. Something along the lines of that. Don't say VIMA, don't say Verve, but just pique curiosity, and you will have people come to you. And that's what this is all about. We are going to do our part with the conference calls and the webinars and the home events. As a team, we need to do our part and just put these photos out there.
Cool. John, what I also wanted you to cover, if possible, what can this do for the people? What can a blitz do to somebody's business? What's the outcome of this?
Guys, I mean, we just saw Robert jump 5 cycles in 1 rank advancement period off of 1 PAX. And the unique thing about that is it was really just a decision last month where he contacted me and said, hey, man, things aren't working the way that they used to. Some of the leadership is not there like it used to be. We need to do something different. What did you do with the United Kingdom team? What can we do here? And Wantu and Robert and EJ and myself, we kind of just started racking our brain, and we're like, all right, what if we just committed to this? What if every single day we did a call? What if we were available every single day for people to invite their prospects to check this thing out? And once a day, whether it was Robert, whether it was myself, whether it was Wantu, whether it was Philip when he was doing them, whether it was Marvin and Christian, we were doing these webinars, and people had an option to bring their friends to check this thing out. People had an option to get their friends over to their house and watch it with them. People just simply had an option. And we saw Robert spike in cycles. We saw Wantu spike in cycles. We saw new people hit bronze. And so that was just an everyday thing where we were having 7 people on the call. And what I want you guys to understand is what the power of numbers can do. We were only having at some points 6 people on the call, so 6-7 people on the call, but we did it for 28 days. And so when you look at that, that is 168 people. If you're looking at 7 people a day, or I'm sorry, 6 people a day over the course of 28 days. That's 168 people that were able. Bye, I love you. That were able to listen to this opportunity. 168. So even if our closing percentage is 20 people, or I'm sorry, 20%, you're looking at almost 40 people that we were closing. So in 1 month, we went from 0 to 40, just simply because we were getting 6 people to check this out on a regular basis. So when you talk about a movement like Project 200, and you talk about all-out massive action, you talk about 5 to 10 people getting in a room and just banging out calls all day long with no other purpose, no desire to break down the business at that time, but just 100% invitation after invitation after invitation after invitation. Say we got 7 people in a room making those calls. How many calls do you think you can honestly do in, say, an 8-hour period? Hey man, the reason for my call, I thought of you because this may or may not be for you, and that's okay. Would you be willing to? Hey, honestly, man, I wish I could explain it over the phone, but it's just something that you visually have to see. Blah 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 blah. Check this out. I'm gonna send you some information. Those calls could probably take about, on the slow side, 3 minutes apiece. So over the course of an hour, 20 calls. So over the course of 8 hours, 160 calls. I mean, you could really truly run through a very, 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 very extensive list. Say we all call 100 people, and say who's honestly going to say no to, hey man, this may or may not be for you. I really value your opinion. Would you be willing to watch a video? Who's going to say no to that? No, I'm not going to watch a video. So on the very, very, very low end, say 50% say yes. Say 50% say, yeah, I'll check this out, and you call 100 people. And then you think about 7 people. 7 people just called 100 people. 700 people. And then 350 of them said, yep, I'll check this out. That's double what we did all of last rank advancement period, and we did that in 1 day. So that's what this can do for your business, guys. I've seen people go from 0 to diamond multiple times. They join this business. They find a few people right out of the gate. They launch their business, not join a business, and they go 0 to diamond. It's possible. You look at myself, my track record. I went from 0 to 8 cycles to 13 cycles to 23 to 39 to 73. To 80 to 113 to 135. It was a very, 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 very steady climb because it was just nonstop calls. I went for numbers. I didn't have a skill set. I wasn't personally developed. I wasn't very knowledgeable. But I just made call after call after call and message after message after message. So that's what this can do for your business, guys. It can take you from 0 to gold in 1 rank advancement period It can take you from 0 to $600 a month residual income every single month. And if you do it again, if you stay persistent, if you continue to help those people, there's absolutely no reason why you can't go 0 to 10 cycles, 10 cycles to 20 cycles. You can hit diamond in 2 months. You can be in that company car in your 3rd month. Realistically, that's what we are looking at. So start dreaming about what it is that you want to achieve. Start dreaming about how you're going to get there, and just make a big ass list. Talk with Robert, talk with Wantu, talk with EJ, talk with CJ. Everybody get together in the exact same room and just bang out calls, because a blitz like this can 100% change your business. It can set you up for the rest of your life. I really believe that. Eric Worre says it best. This is like getting an airplane off the ground. If you go at a constant speed for a very, 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 very long time, you're going to end up at the end of the runway and you're going to crash. When you get a plane off the ground, it's just 100% speed to take off. So that's what we need to do with this. We need to take off. We need to launch our business. We need to stop calling 2 people a day and say, hey, man, would you be willing to check this out? No, no. Oh, okay. I'll do it tomorrow. There's another call tomorrow. The problem with us doing a call every single day is it creates a sense of comfort. I'll do it tomorrow. There's going to be a call. There's going to be another call tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't really feel like calling people today. I'll be able to do it tomorrow. Shit, I didn't do as much as I wanted to this week. I'll do it next week. All these calls are going to be going on. I'll do it next week. And it just creates that lack of diminishing intent where you want to make the calls. You plan to make the calls, but you just don't. And so if we can all come together with one simple cause to call as many people and expose as many people as we possibly can, I really truly believe that you are going to see absolutely phenomenal results.
Cool. That's awesome, guys. I mean, you guys heard it first. The importance of having a blitz. It can skyrocket your business. It can get you the results that you guys want to have. And man, honestly, you cool? Let it be, bro. Shit. It's cool, man. But yeah, man, I mean, as I said, you guys heard it, what this can do for you guys. You guys heard what this can do for your business. So the time right now is to make a decision, right? First thing first, what I want everybody to do, if you're still in this call, make a decision, right? You can't be sitting on the fence. This is the fence, right? Either make it happen or you watch it happen, right? Not to be, I guess, not to be rude, but at the end of the day, you just got to make a decision. That's the sport where I was, man. For those of you that don't know, like 3-4 months ago, I lost like motivation. I hit rock bottom, dude. A few months ago, I don't even know how long ago, and then I messaged John, and I was like, cool, I want to watch this happen, maybe get lucky. By the way, luck doesn't exist in this industry, so I realized that I can't get lucky, or I can go on the other side of the fence and make it happen. So I decided to make it happen. I decided to get uncomfortable. I decided to be up till 3 a.m. I decided to challenge myself that no matter what happens, no matter whether it rains, no matter whether I break my leg, no matter I don't have money, I get kicked out of the house, I will be at this guy's place every single time, no matter what time he gets home. And sometimes he gets home at 1 a.m. It's a half an hour walk from my house to his. I walk it at 1 a.m., stay at his place for 3 hours. We plan the next day. We make calls, and I come back. There's the kind of commitment I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, some people, oh, I wish I could go to home events, but I don't have money for Mikey. Hey, man, when the struggle is real, and I'm going to tell you, the struggle is pretty real up here. Man, I've been catching public transport in the train, in the city, not even Mikey's, like, pull stunts, man. You gotta risk it to win the biscuit, right? Playing it safe, playing it comfortable, man. You're never gonna win the game. So take risks, go all out, man. Put yourself in pain. Do whatever it takes. Don't you know? Go in cold if you have to, right? That's what I do, man. I put myself in pain every single day to remind me of where I came from and why this is worth it. And most importantly, this is the most important thing, dude. Figure out what do you want to accomplish. Figuring out. Because if you have no freaking clue what you want to accomplish in the next 30 days, dude, most likely you won't accomplish anything, right? For me, I know exactly what rank I want to be. I know exactly what I want to achieve, and that's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm screaming my lungs out. That's why I'm willing to get the next call. Sometimes I don't sleep, and I'm getting 10 people. Shit, I need a call. I need a call. I need a call. I do the extra call. I do the extra meeting. I go the extra mile. I walk the extra kilometer or whatever it is, right? That's what I'm talking about. Doing the extra thing, because I promise you, if you have a goal and you know what you want to achieve, that every single thing that you want to do extra, it will build up, and eventually you wake up one day like, oh shit, I've done it. Here I am. I've done it. I used to dream about this, and now I'm here, right? And it's crazy because that's what I just said to John. I used to dream about being where I'm right now, this moment in time, this project right here, and it's here, right? This is the time that everybody has been waiting for. You've been waiting for an opportunity to take your business from 0 to 100. You've been praying for an opportunity to make your business easier. You've been praying for something to make it more simpler. This is it, guys. It's here. You have access. Now you can use Facebook. You always wanted to use Facebook. I know I wanted. Now you can use Facebook. You wanted to use Instagram. Now you can use Instagram. You can raise curiosity. How much more simple do you want it than this? All it takes is put in the action, make the list, very importantly. If you haven't done a list, make a list, figure out your why, go deep, man. If prepare yourself mentally for what's going to happen on Friday, 5 p.m. So what I'm talking about, go outside, sit in the cold, sit in the rain, sit somewhere outside, not inside, sit outside for like 10 minutes, close your eyes, figure out what exactly you want. The moment you figure it out, write it down, man. That's what I do almost every single night, literally. 10 minutes every single night, right? Keep your mind clear, keep focused on your goal, and I promise you, you'll hit it every single time, right? I'm not even near close to my goal, dude, and I'm here with confidence to tell you that I'm 100% going to achieve it, right? That's the kind of confidence you're going to have. You gotta have, and you gotta have unwilling, unbelievable. I don't know. I don't even know how to put in words. Belief in yourself that you're gonna make it happen. Because the only thing that's stopping you from making it happen is yourself. So, hey guys, that's all I wanted to say. Read your list or do a list if you haven't done so. Figure out your why. If you feel like maybe your invite process is not 100%, like sharp, that's what you gotta do. Watch these calls. We have these calls every single night. You just heard John do the invite process. You just heard me break it down on, how would you invite your friends using this this movement as an invite reason. All you gotta do is replay, take notes, replay, take notes, and guess what? You can't learn it every single day, right? You can't listen to it every single day. The way you learn this to its full potential is by doing it, right? So once you've written down, once you feel like you've got it, you gotta start doing it. How do you learn basketball? I can give this guy a textbook, right? I can teach him with glasses and everything. I can make him a geek or whatever, right? Give him a textbook, 500 pages about basketball, how to shoot a free throw, all the moves. I don't even know basketball at all, man. That's the truth. I don't know none about basketball, right? And this guy can know every single thing about it. But if it comes to me and him having a game, I promise you I'll beat him because I have experience. I don't know nothing about the rules. I don't know nothing. I don't know the names of the moves. This guy's probably going to know it all word by word, but I'm still going to beat him. Why? Because I have the experience, right? I don't have the best experience. I've only played basketball for like 4 hours or 5 all my life. With these guys, I trained in months, right? But I still have 5 hours experience more than him. Now, at the end of the day, that's what counts in this guy. So, hey, if you feel like your environment is not good enough, guess what you got to do? Make more calls and you'll get better. If you feel like you can't speak well enough at home events, guess what you got to do? Speak at my home events. That's what I did, guys. That's why I'm speaking every single time, because I realized that that's how I get better. You know who's the one that's winning? You know who's the one that's winning at these home events? It's not the guy who's having the home events. It's me, dude. It's the guys who's speaking, right? Because we're improving constantly. We're getting better and better and better, right? For those of you that know me exactly where I was 4, 5, 6 months ago, you already see the big difference. I'm talking more confidence. There's a huge improvement, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. But that's literally about it for me. Stay extremely, extremely, extremely fired up. Get jacked up. Drink 10 verbs you have to, man. I drink like 3, 4. It's time to lose sleep. Wake a bit early, right? Go to sleep a bit later. Get jacked up. Think about your parents. This will retire your parents? Yes, it will, because it will create the momentum. Right? The moment there's a momentum, that's going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And guys, the worst thing about this is to go to sleep a month from now, looking at the success stories, looking at the people that have done it, and to say, shit, that could have been me. That's the worst place to be in, guys. So Don't be that guy. Make the decision. Everything starts with a decision. Make the decision to make it happen. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. I'm gonna pass it back to one. He's gonna throw a bit of knowledge very quickly.
Hey,
You're
yo,
absolutely,
guys, I gotta bounce out of here. My iPad is just about to die. But guys, the thought that I really want to close us out on is just know that this is going to work before it even happens. I mean, when I was at my best, when I was honestly at my best in Vima, it was probably a month in. And what I mean by that is I had no fear. I had no call reluctancy. I was willing to be told no over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's kind of like Jim Rohn says, you can have the best network marketing professional in the world who closes 9 out of 10 people. And we might only close 1 out of 10 people. But if they speak to 10 and they get 9, and we speak to 100 and we get 10, we win. And so that's why this is all about numbers. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be as smooth and talk as well as Wantu and Robert and EJ and those guys. You just have to go outnumber them. And that's what I want you guys to keep in mind. Just go for numbers. Go for all-out massive action. Just know what your job is going to be for yourself to make this thing work. I was telling Robert my phone died when I was sleeping. I don't know why, but the battery just drained. It drained, and my battery actually went to 0. And I had all my alarms set on my phone. I had this call at 5 a.m. with you guys. I woke up at 5 a.m. And even though my phone died, even though I had absolutely no alarm, my body woke me up at 4:50 a.m. I looked at the time. I was like, oh shit. I ran downstairs. I could see that the sun was just starting to come up. I was like, it's got to be right around 5 o'clock. What time is it? What time is it? And I went downstairs. I saw that it was 4:50. I grabbed my charger. I plugged my phone in. I messaged Robert. My body woke me up because I knew what I had to do. So every single morning when you wake up, know what you have to do. We have the opportunity to do something different. We have the opportunity to set something in stone for a lifetime. You have the opportunity to create an income that just comes no matter what you do. I mean, even if you only want this to be something that you're bringing in $1,000 a month, maybe you don't want to spend a lot of time on this for life. Think about an extra $1,000 a month for the rest of your entire life. So that's what we're talking about, guys. This is going to be big. My iPad is literally on 1% right now, and I need to charge it because I got Straka's home event coming up. Home events, phone calls, meetings, 200 people in the next 24 days. Looking forward to doing this with you guys, and give me a shout on Facebook. We'll speak very soon. Robert, Wantu, all you guys, thanks for putting it together. Everybody else, I know it's 49 minutes long. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm out.
All right, thank you, John. Absolutely insane. I mean, just like John said, I mean, you literally need to find out what you need to do and how to do it, and literally, you guys literally know how to do that now. I mean, with this whole thing, it's getting fired up, right? It's getting excited because literally, just like John said, right, only 2 things are going to help you make this thing work, right? The 5 M's. More meetings means more money. I mean, it's literally that. What we're going to be doing is staying plugged in with each other, right? To help each other get calls after calls after calls. I mean, one day I had the whole team over here, we had calls after calls, people getting free product like nothing, right? So with this whole thing, what we're going to do is work together to make this thing absolutely blow up for you and your dreams, right? So go outside, get uncomfortable. I mean, with this whole thing, for the next 30 days, we're going to go all out and get, I bet you, we're going to get more than 200 people in this business. It's going to be absolutely insane. We're leading the whole movement in Australia. I mean, there's 23 million people who have no idea what's going on, right? I mean, in America, 300,000 people, that's not even close to what we're going to get, right? So we got to go all out, go massive. I mean, think of your wildest dreams, right? Think of your deep what, go all in. So what I'm going to do is quickly end it with this, right? Get close, right? Get close and find out exactly. I mean, you got to be liking every link, find out what's going on exactly, right? So you can know exactly about the hashtags and what's going to be going on. And Friday, 5 p.m. on the dot, we're launching the whole thing, right? So get ready. We're going to send you the photos, and obviously you're going to be putting that as your cover photo, hashtags, all of that, right? It's going to be absolutely insane. All out Project 200, right?
What's this again?
And obviously watch this again, repeat it over and over as you heard Robert on the side. I mean, take notes, right? Take notes, right? Watch this over and over, take notes, whatever it takes, right? Just to get you to the mindset that you know that you're going to make this thing work, right? And you're confident in how to do it. But just like Robert said, experience overall, right? So to get hella jacked up, we have almost just an hour until our 9 p.m. call. It's going to be absolutely insane. Go all out, go through your list, smash it, right? Massive faith in you guys, go all in. Peace.
Get fired up, yeah!
Nigga, what?